It's your girl Liv.
I'm Em.
And this is Making Our Way post B.F.A.
Are you new to the channel? Wow, thanks for coming. This is amazing. Hit like and subscribe. Cool, thanks.
I'm scared.
We are reaching out to our hashtag survivors and our future survivors. That is anyone who is in a B.F.A program, has seen a B.F.A program, wants to be in a B.F.A program, knows people who were in a B.F.A program, all of those things. These tips are just for you. Don't you feel so special? Aww.
Just joking. I was just warming my voice up. You know why? Because the topic of today's video is not warming your voice up. Today's topic is college audition. Oh my God, yeah.
College auditions are a large part of every performer I know's life in some way. Almost all of us went through an extensive college audition process just to go to our B.F.A programs.
Did y'all know that for a lot of B.F.A programs, Bachelor's in Fine Arts programs, Bachelor's in Music programs, other things about the arts, music, stuff like that, you gotta audition for the programs. That's easy. I think I covered it. You go in, you audition, you're done. You get in.
Y'all, it's complicated.
Video's over. Covered it all.
Thanks for coming. Gear up, buckle up. This may end up being a multi-part video, and we may not cover everything in this, and there will be more things that we cover in other videos, so just make sure you've liked and subscribed because there's a lot of info coming your way.
All right, so let's talk about what are college auditions and what should I be expecting to have prepared for this?
College auditions occur in the new year. From January, I would say, to probably the latest ones are in March. Those are for graduating seniors from high school or transfer students or anybody who wants to pursue a collegiate program. They audition the spring before they would want to go. Some schools require a pre-screening video to even be invited to audition for their programs. Some schools, a lot of schools don't. That's not super common, but there are a few high-profile schools that do require pre-screening materials in order to be invited to audition. So if you haven't already done pre-screening stuff and you're planning on auditioning for one of those schools, you're kind of SOL because that stuff was probably already due. Or is about to be due, so you need to get it done. College auditions can happen at the university or at a unified audition.
There are things called unified auditions. Those are great. That is what a unified audition is it's going to be a space where numerous colleges and universities are all together in one place and they're all holding their auditions. That is something I super suggest to you because you can get multiple schools going to that one audition versus going to this one university and that's the only audition you've done.
There are unifieds in, to my knowledge, 3 locations. They are in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. Comment below if you know of unifieds in a location that I didn't mention.
So other places that you will audition for colleges will be at their university. So that's something that you might want to start having these conversations if you haven't already with your parents. For those of you who obviously are in high school, you're going to want to talk to your parents about okay, this is what I'm serious about doing. And this is y'all are becoming adults. So this is the time to start having serious adult conversations with your parents about what schools you're serious about and what you guys can afford to go to.
So that's the ways you can audition, unifieds or at the university. The audition itself typically consists of 2 contrasting cuts, 16 or 32 bar cuts depending on the school. Sometimes they ask for a golden age and a contemporary. Sometimes they don't care what year the song was written in, but they want an up-tempo and a ballad. Sometimes they ask for a comedic and drama, but generally it is 2 contrasting cuts.
Please feel free to reach out if you need clarifications regarding those cuts, and also hit like if you'd like us to make a whole separate video on what are audition cuts and how do I get them, how do I get music, all that stuff. we're happy to do that. You're also going to want to have prepared a monologue. And if you want to be a STAR student, I would have contrasting monologues prepared.
Yep.
So you might want a classical monologue and a contemporary monologue.
And one of them should be funny and one of them should be serious.
Absolutely.
Just cover your bases.
So you just have those things, you're building your prep. And start getting prepared to have ballet shoes and jazz shoes, because some programs are going to have dance calls, and they're going to expect that when you attend a dance call that you know how to dress for a dance call. Now, some programs are also going to have tap calls, so you might also want to invest in tap shoes, but I'm going to suggest that you invest in tap shoes once you have had tap training.
Yeah.
So if you haven't had any tap training, they're not going to expect you to go to the tap call and be able to tap.
Yep.
That's it's literally like, I haven't had the training in this, can't do this.
Additionally, you could be asked to take a music theory test. This is not normally, they don't normally do this to be like, do you know any music theory? But more to understand where you're at, so that if you get accepted, they know what music theory to place you in.
It's important. You don't want to get placed in some class you're not prepared for.
Right.
And you don't want to get placed in a class that you're way overqualified for, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're not learning anything then.
How do you dress for your college auditions? In our day, college auditions were really formal. Nowadays, though, my understanding is that it is not so fancy unless you are vocal performance and or music education. For musical theater and acting, I would say wear what you would wear on a first date. You look nice, you're wearing clothing that is flattering to your body, you're not wearing sweatpants or leggings, anything like that. You're wearing real shoes, not like Uggs or snow boots, something like that. Not sneakers. For musical theater specifically, why not show a little bit of your personality?
Yeah.
Do you have like a funky vest that you like, or like a statement piece that you like to wear that really speaks to the essence of who you are? Wear that, because the name of the game is to stand out and be remembered. So don't do anything crazy, right? But if there's something unique and special about you, show it off. Why not?
And it's important, you don't want it to distract, right? You don't want it to be something that like they're hearing it while you're while you're moving around, or it's all these words that are like, a lot, not too much going on necessarily, but definitely, like she said, showing your personality, maybe something that is like your favorite t-shirt, your favorite, sweater with it that is memorable but not like over the, it's not Halloween.
Yeah, something fun like that. That's a very basic overview, and please don't worry, we have a lot more information coming at you in other videos. We will talk about the audition process in depth. We're going to interview people from different years who did different college auditions and get you information from them on the ground about what they went through.
So make sure you hit subscribe right now so that you know when that video comes out. Because I'm compiling my list of people because we wanted an eclectic.
Yeah. We're going to get you a variety of experiences and a variety of stories so that you know what to expect or what could happen, even the possibilities of what to expect during your audition. Real talk. College auditions and the college audition process is really, really competitive. These programs get hundreds of applicants and generally accept less than 40 people. Know that going into this process. It's just like the real world out here. You're gonna get a lot of no's and maybe a couple yeses or maybe a couple maybes, and it's hard. But don't worry, because you will end up in the program where you're supposed to be, and everybody's timeline looks a little different. Some people go in at 18 when they've just graduated from their high school. Some people go in later, the next year they audition, or they transfer from another program, or, they go even later than that. Everybody's path is different. But just to put it in perspective, in 2016, the University of Michigan Musical Theater undergraduate B.F.A program had a lower acceptance rate than Harvard Law School.
Wow.
That means that out of the total number of applicants to each program, U of M accepted a smaller percentage of students than Harvard Law. So just know that this is challenging and difficult, but you can do it. You can get through it. And in the end, you will end up where you're supposed to be. Now we're gonna list some programs, because one thing we found was when we were going through this process, we only knew a few names. And we kind of didn't end up auditioning for a lot of schools that are really great programs because we just hadn't heard of them, they weren't in our region, etc. So heavy hitters, these are the big names that most everybody knows. University of Michigan, Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, Carnegie Mellon, Elon University, Point Park University, Boston Conservatory, Pace University, New York University, Baldwin Wallace University. Now, lesser known schools that are still known, but maybe don't get as much general buzz as the other schools do, but they're really great programs.
Oh my gosh. So number one would be Oakland University. Shout out to hashtag OU, fame OUS, famous. Oakland University is where we went and got our B.F.A program. So a huge shout out to OU. We wouldn't be here today and we wouldn't be friends. Or maybe, but like probably not. So shout out Oakland University in Michigan. I definitely suggest you throw that on your radar because it's an up and coming amazing program and amazing things happen. And it has a showcase, and that's really important. Penn State, Western Michigan University, Syracuse, Kent State, the Hart School, Ball State, Oberlin, Otterbein, Oklahoma University, Oklahoma City, those are different schools, just clocking it. Texas State, Ithaca, Montclair State, Webster Conservatory, University of Arizona, Coastal Carolina, Millikan, Shenandoah, it's another good one, University of Miami, Emerson College,
UC Irvine, Wesleyan, Marymount Manhattan College, AMDA, which is the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, pretty sure is what it stands for, but AMDA, AMDA, Florida State University. It's a pretty comprehensive list we gave you right there of schools that you can Google, go to their websites, check out what their programs are about.
Let's get ready to audition.
Episode 12 is done. We've almost completed an entire semester's worth of information.
Wow.
What? We should be teachers. No, we shouldn't. But there's a thought. Anyway, this has been Making Our Way Post B.F.A. I'm Em.
And I'm Liv. Once again, make sure that you have hit like and you have hit subscribe, because this is one of the numerous videos we have coming at you with the college audition information. This info is so important. It's exhausting me just thinking about it, because it's like I didn't have all of this before I did all of it. So we really want everybody to get prepared and know all these things. So make sure you subscribe so you know when these survival tips are coming. So hashtag survivors, we'll see you soon. Bye.